Now, we have filed this additional document. Would the Lordships have a copy of that?
Yes.
I just want to show you three things from that. The first of which is page, sorry, you don't.
Yes, we have.
I'm sorry. Page 24. Sorry, just give the other side. Give the other side. Give the other side.
24.
Yeah.
No, 24.
Only
70. Oh, you giving it?
I'm sorry, we haven't.
There's one additional affidavit here.
Yes, well, this was over the weekend. When is this right? I'm sorry, my misunderstanding. This was being handed over by me now.
We had thing was filed earlier.
That was with the original petition itself. That's it. So there are two things I'm handing over. One is that compilation. The second is this annual report. And this annual report, I'll just address that first. Give this to Alison. This annual report, my lords, is of 2017-18 because your lordships had asked us that if this 2 lakh odd number, a majority of them would be those who had qualified much earlier and the inconvenience being caused to them. If the lordships can come just to the absolute last 2 pages of this annual report. These are those who have been recruited in undergraduate by Neet, who are the ones who will be graduating this year, who are the ones on internship by client service. So if you see the last 2 pages, second last page if your lordships come to, it shows the state-wise details of medical colleges and MBBS seats for annual year 17-18. At the bottom, if you see the total is 67,352. Extreme right, bottom. Lordships have it? So maximum, if every single one of these people decide to sit for PG, it would be 67,352. The remaining 1,33,000 or 35,000 would be those who have in fact graduated already in previous years and who have not been successful in their PG admissions. There are a large number of them. We have annexed in fact that refund document, the refund page, refund. Refund letter. The page 30 of this compilation, if your lordships can have. The other one for us. Now we can leave the annual report aside. It's just to tell your lordships who might be in the fray.
Yes.
In that page 30, this is 24th February, Friday, when this matter was last heard. This notice is by the DGHS and it mentions in the first para, it is for information of all candidates who participated in PG 22, last year's PG, that as per the eligibility conditions of refund, the refund of the security deposit made to 60,874 candidates. Please find refunds. So these are candidates who took part and who didn't make it through to PG. Either they weren't counseled through or they were not successful. So 60,874. So there is a large chunk of these who are likely to be in that 2 lakh who have registered themselves for this exam. And there's obviously some more who maybe from previous years, etc. This is
true. So what is the inference you want us to
do? And one more, which is page 24.
Yes.
Page 23 and 24. 24, if your lordships first sees. This is a list of all the states and their internship deadlines. Please read the notes at the bottom. I won't trouble your lordship with that table. Yes. As per 7 January 2023, that was the initial notification which kept 31st March as a deadline. With internship cutoff dates at 31st March, except for Andhra and Haryana, no other states became eligible. So it would be only that small pool of whatever colleges there are in Andhra and Haryana who would have become eligible. Even as per 13th January, which took it up to 31st June, the internship cutoff 30th June, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Pondicherry, Jharkhand, Bihar, Chhattisgarh would be ineligible. So now with 11th August, in fairness, I must tell your lordships that there are 2 states which still stand excluded. One is Jammu and Kashmir, and the other is Chhattisgarh. Therefore, the deadline that they have now of 11th August takes care of everybody. And if you come to the previous page, 23. We have shown your lordships the previous years what the practice has been. The internship deadline has been 31st March 2017 and the exam date is given there 5th December 16. This is what the practice has been in the past. The gap between these are never more than 2 or 3 months.
Which one are you?
Page 23, I'm sorry. The table at the top of page 23.
Yeah.
Table which has
If your lordship sees between internship deadline and exam date for all these previous years, very small gaps in between.
What you are saying is they ought not to have postponed the internship.
I was afraid that you're not present actually.
Because it's not unusual, my lord. Or every time in the past, only 2-3 months gap used to be with the last date of internship. This time the last date of internship, which for before counseling, is 11th of.
That's because this is unusually they have postponed. How many times did they postpone the internship date?
Twice.
No, not today. In the past, since you have been able to get data.
So last year it happened, same thing happened last year.
What they did this time was when they allowed the first date, they didn't consult the states. So majority of the colleges were not covered. So they enhanced the date, but brought it forward. Again, states were not covered. It's the third age which brings 16 states. And these students of 16.
So past years, when did they increase it?
So that chart, same page 23.
23, sir.
If you see the below chart, the chart below, these are instances where that exam has been rescheduled. If you lordship see the middle one, Neet PG 22-23 and Neet PG 21. Neet PG 22-23, earlier proposed date was 12th March 22. It was postponed to 3rd, it was postponed on 3rd Feb to 21st May 22. So by 3 months it was postponed.
What was the reason for postponement?
This is at page 46 of the main SLP. It is a notice by the authority itself. They've said, keeping in mind that many of the interns would not be able to participate, page 46 of the main SLP, not this volume, main answer. Postponement of Neet PG 22 regarding, I'm directed to say that a lot of representations were being received from medical doctors regarding request to delay Neet PG 22 examination date, that is 12th March 22, as published in information bulletins also, since it is clashing with the Neet PG 21 counselling. Also, many of the interns would not be able to participate in the PG counselling 22 by the month of May or June 22. Keeping the above facts in view, the Honorable HFM has taken the decision to postpone Neet PG 22 by 6 to 8 weeks or suitably. Hence, the decision made by Honorable HFM may be complied with. Lastly, my lords, in the SLP itself, page L, if your lordships can see, there is a table at page L. So, page L shows the previous years, the date of exam and date of counselling. If I take the first one, January 7th, January 18 is the exam. Counselling is March to May. 6th January 19, then March to May. 5th January 20, again March to May. So it's all just 2 month gaps. Right now we're looking at a gap of more than 5 months, all the way till August. And maybe even longer, depending on when the counselling winds up. There's no particular purpose.
When you made the request for postponement of internship eligibility, you were doubtless aware that
none of us did, to be fair. Those requests were made by others, but not
by you, meaning you as a class.
Yes, large class.
So when that means you were ready right now. If you had not made this request, then you were ready to take the exam. You were ready to take the exam.
I presume those who made that were ready.
Look, since you are there before us, you did not make the request for postponement.
No, but
if you have not made,
yes,
there are 2 parts.
No, I understand.
If you did not make the request, then you are ready to take the exam, so nothing has changed for you. So those who have made it, now you stand for some of them.
We were not in a position to take the exam until we were. So until 7th February.
No, again.
We were not ready for the exam.
I'm confused. When I asked you whether you want to whether you wanted postponement of the internship date. You said we did not want.
We did not
You
apply.
did not want.
We didn't make a representation.
You did not want.
No, I'm not. I would say.
No, wait. If you did not represent, you were willing
Yes,
to
I
write
make
the exam.
representation. No, to
That
be
is,
fair.
some of you,
No, sorry.
some of you whom you stand for,
Yes,
were content with the date as it stands.
we did have a choice because when your lordship says content, that means that I would be getting the opportunity to sit for the exam. I wasn't getting the opportunity. When I was given the opportunity on 7th February,
Essentially, you were content with the situation as it was.
that is the way of looking.
That,
No,
that I was not getting it. I am reconciled to the fact that
that is the way of looking at it. I can't run away from that. That is true.
So
that
it
is the way
means
of
that 31st March, whatever it was, you
Correct,
got
correct.
it very well.
If I didn't represent, then I was keeping quiet about it. I was waiting for my internship.
When did your internship start?
Different dates because of
I
us.
take it that it is 6 months. I mean,
Would have been.
1 year would be over on 11th, which means your internship is a year, isn't it?
In May, June, July is when our internships will be getting over for those who are before your
All right.
Yes.
Otherwise, which means that it started in May or June.
Yes,
So when the advertisement came out, you were just halfway through.
correct. No, so Malon, all I'm saying is, I'm sure there must be arguments as to why the exam should happen on that date. I anticipate that my friends are going to say that look, admit cards have been issued this morning, 27th morning, and that we've spent a certain amount on the test centers, etc., so don't push the date. I'm looking at it from the other side. I'm saying that
I'm only trying to ascertain that
Yes.
what do you mean by saying that this 60,000 or whatever number are the only people who are concerned? But you said, so what is it that you argue? That there are
No.
a balanced number of people are there.
yes.
Those balance are kind of,
No,
people who have not made it, so why should we bother?
No, I'm not saying that. I'll just explain. Because 2 lakh odd have registered for this exam. Your lordships on the last occasion have been concerned that many of them had just completed their internships, they were preparing.
We never said that. We were concerned that there could be people.
There could be a sizable number.
There are different classes of people.
Correct.
Some of them, many of them may not be fortunate enough to just get in. Many of them may not be fortunate enough to sustain themselves.
That is true.
Right?
No, absolutely.
You have to sustain yourself, so you may work for 2 years.
We will just
and
try.
then start.
No,
There has been at least.
I'm just trying to assist your lordships. I won't have the exact numbers. I'm just trying to assist your lordships. That the classes of people who fall into this 2 lakh odd, there's clearly a sizable number, perhaps a majority, who are not those who have completed or are completing the internship this year. The majority, because the maximum that can be
The
67,000.
trend has been, perhaps the pattern has been that
Yes.
those who complete that year
Yes.
may not be, there'll be a sizable number of people, but they will
Yes.
be not the majority in any case.
Correct. But last year, as the lordship saw, they said that we're extending the date so that we can get more people into the pool so that the internships can be completed.
As
So-
you noticed, last
Yes.
year the extension of the internship was never that long.
It was only 6 to 8 weeks or so. That's it. Now,
Today,
yes,
there are two things happening.
yes,
As they say, when you pull the cloth this side,
Yes.
then something happens this side.
yes.
So how do you balance it? How do we balance?
No, I agree. I know it's not a simple thing that we're asking your lordship. All I'm saying is, like I mentioned last time, that if the counselling is any case going to take place after the 11th of August at the earliest, it may take place even in September or October, knowing how it is, there may be litigations that may drag it out more. Is there much advantage by rushing this exam through at this date when, like last year, even 4 to 6 weeks or 8 weeks, it could be postponed? That's all I'm saying. Is there
Right.
Disadvantage is there for everyone.
Yes, Ms. Who else?
I think
Mr. Kanka is here.
I think
He's not there.
no, sir.
He is in code 3 right now, what he's saying.
We can't look there.
No, sir.
Item 43 is good.
Yeah. Yes, but yes.
Well, sir, would your lordship consider allowing us to give these facts.
See, what he's saying, to some extent, you see, is first, please look into the, I see all.
Malad, I have given some dates.
Same.
First thing, your lordships will see that the exam was announced, Malad, 6 months back. On 16th of September 22, the date of this examination was fixed, Malad. The second figure we have, Malad, all this contemplation is not really necessary. Everyone who applied in the first window is 2,03,000. So it's only 5,370 students who have applied in the second window, which was reopened between 9th of February 23 to 12th of February 23. Lordships may now kindly come to point number 2, my lords.
So, according to you, 1,76,000 complete by 31/3, the original date.
Yes, my lords.
Yes.
27,232 complete by the first extended date, and only 5,370 are falling in the second extended date. My lords, but your lordships will note, my lords, that the date of examination was fixed 6 months back, my lords. Please also note we've given for the last 3 years, but my colleague has already shown that to your lordships. Please see serial number 2, my lords. This is the total number of candidates who have applied. Admit cards have been issued today as scheduled. So admit cards are issued, my lords. Then we made a chart of the 10 petitioners who are before your lordships, my lords. 17 petitioners who are before your lordships. Your lordships will see that out of these 17, my lords, more than 10 petitioners, 10 petitioners have completed their internships last year or even before that. Lordships may kindly have a look at that
We
chart.
will not look into that part. We take it's like that, but we'll treat this as a more of a class.
But you may still see that it's only 3 petitioners at serial number, kindly have that chart, my lord, which is annexed with this. It's only serial number 11, serial number 13, and serial number 14. These 3 petitioners who fall in that extended period of internship, my lords, who will complete it only in August.
No, I think 14, even 15.
No, my lords, 15 will complete by May, so they fall in the first extension. Your lordships will see that the date was extended twice. First, it was extended to 30th June, and then it is extended to 11th of August. Let's kindly also see, we have now a decision on when the counselling will start. Serial number 4, your lordships will see, my lords. The counselling will commence on 15th of July 2023. Approximately 98% of the participating doctors will finish their internship.
Serial number 3 means?
Serial number 4 of my note, my lords, the status note. Serial number 4. So, my lords, we want to start counselling by 15th of July 2023 without waiting for, my lords, the August date. This will accommodate 98% of the participating doctors. They will finish their internship by the time counselling will begin from 15th of July. Remaining candidates who complete their internships after 15 July will be eligible to participate in the counselling provisionally, and they will be dealt with on a case-to-case basis. Then after that, they will be required to complete the PG tenure of 3 years, etc. My lords. Then preparation, point number 5 is with regard to preparation, my lords. That has already been made. My lords, I already pointed out on Friday, your lordships will appreciate, my lords, that a large number of, my lords, administrative preparations have to be done, which is all in place, my lords. And most importantly, my lords, there is no date available in near future with our technology partner, my lords, to conduct a Neet PG exam, my lords. And your lordships will view this from the point, my lords, that we are trying to put the calendar back into place, my lords, after suffering 2 years with the COVID delays. My lords, this has impact on availability of
Shankar, we assigned this chart that serial number 10
Yes, sir.
completed his internship in 2017.
That is correct.
Right?
Yes.
You remember on the last occasion you...
And then look at number 7.
2030. No, 2030, right.
Now you submitted that 45,000 would be ready to join you.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
But if you go by the figures at paragraph 1 on page 1,
yes,
2,03,000
yes.
out of 2,03,000 who had applied,
Yes.
1,76,000
have
Yes,
would be completing their internship by
Cannot
31.
be right because I showed you the annual report.
45 cannot be right.
No, I'm saying 1,76,000 completing their internship can't be right because I showed you the annual report which said 67,000.
These are all inferential. This can't be right, can be right. It's for us.
No, I'm sure.
One can.
If they have only 67,000 students, how 1,20,000 can be completing the internship? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe
1 year.
yes,
It starts from 2013 onwards.
yes.
So you have to take
See,
from
take the figures as
2013
they
15
stand.
onwards.
No, you are also
We have one hard figure, which is 5370.
yes,
They are the fresh numbers.
yes.
Beyond that, we don't have. So there is
Yes.
a question of 45,000. That's for sure.
Very good.
So then, therefore, there's no debate on that.
Right. No, I didn't have this data, Manoj. I only put conjecture.
You'll have to.
Only they have the data.
You're right.
No, whichever way this goes, I have only one suggestion. They have said that they will start, and this is not with reference to my clients, they have said that they will start their counseling from 15th July.
Yes.
Just logically, it doesn't make sense to start from 15th July if they are going to counsel those who finish on 11th August, after 11th August.
According to their
It was
estimation, 98% would be covered by.
No, it may. I have no doubt that it will. All I'm saying is that if you do that, suppose the person who finishes on 11th August is the first rank in the entire Neet PG exam, what happens to him?
Nothing. He gets it.
How will
He
he?
gets it.
But he won't be part of the counseling. He has to come.
He is. Please read it.
Yes,
He's provisionally part of the counseling.
because it requires their own rules say that you have to come with the internship completion certificate. If they don't come with it, let them relax that rule. Then I don't know. This doesn't concern my clients in the least. I'm just saying. If this is what they're planning, then because I don't want another glut of petitions saying you said internship completion certificate. Now you're doing this.
So we'll do the best we can under the circumstances. Not say anything. let things lie as they are. One can understand. You see, it's a very hard decision
No, it is.
because I mean there's no adversarial effect.
No, absolutely. So I wouldn't press it further than what I have.
Let's leave it at that. You've done the best that you could.
No, very good.
Look, just one last point here. He erased it very well, but I'm re-emphasizing.
Yes, yes.
Look,
We were all looking at you there.
so that I went running towards the next actually.
Yeah,
Sir, what I'm trying to say is, sir, for every candidate who finishes first, second, third, fourth, his subject and college is very important. I mean, they're actually, that's their life. Somebody wants
No, you're right. Somebody wants
Now,
to.
I mean, without getting into figures, because we are not authors of figures, and we would not even know the authentic figures today. But the fact is, a lot of candidates will still not have the eligibility to, who may be first, second, third, fourth, fifth, to come for their first subject and the first type of
Let us
subject.
understand. I mean,
No, there is a difficulty.
no, not just that. There are too many groups, too many people to contend with, and some of them may have, like you said, I mean, you look at it from one perspective. You've not made it. There is nothing in this world to prevent somebody who has not made it to try again, or they could take any number of efforts. Maybe even this 2012 person, he may have had his own constraints, he's waiting. Or likewise, on the other side, there are people who have been waiting. That's not to say that they should not have a chance. So who would have prepared? Now,
So this became acute because of Neet. First, every state used to have its own exams. Today, this is one date for everybody in India. If you are not accommodated on these dates,
right or wrong, all this is a part of the evolutionary process. Sometimes evolution gets it right, sometimes it's wrong. Now you have to take it as it comes.
So what he was actually requesting was not about so much of counselling.
No,
It was more to do with the shifting of examination date.
Right. That's the whole claim in this.
If instead of March, if the examination date was April, the people who were selected.
But for the fact that
16
with the lives of people, one could have even said that you were nowhere in the picture.
No, 16 stage were not in picture till the last notification.
Nowhere in the picture. Many of you were nowhere in the picture. Haven't gotten into the bus or the train, now you want to get into.
So we are actually what's the student wrote that was?
See, Mr. Tankar,
No,
we understand. A lot of people's they're waiting for this. There's a lot of anxiety.
Yes, it's their dream, my lord. It's actually their dream to sit for
Therefore,
this.
we don't want to feel it either. So we will not say anything. We will just let it lie. And we're not entertained. Yes. Having heard counsel, we are appealing to teacher.
My lordship. I'm the aggrieved party from the Telangana state, my lordship.
You are the aggrieved means you represent the aggrieved party.
My lordship. I'm represented from the Telangana state, my lordship. And we are going to impede for this petition, my lordship.
We are not entertaining the petition. Dismiss.
Some item is grateful, right?
And
Please one.
I'm asking for the technical.
Lordship,
item 8. We're in item 8.
Yes, Lordship.
Item 8, Lordship. What is the petitioner is seeking bail as he has been charged for the offences under section 376D and 4 and 8 of the POCSO Act, Lordship. The petitioner has served more than 3 years, Lordship.
Come to paragraph 6 of the impugned order.
Please, Lordship. On the other hand, learned counsel for the